Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Um, Welcome to the start of Shudder Horror Weekend. Yes, and like I said in my little video, I don't need to add horror to it because that's what Shudder is, but it just makes it sound right to me. We're starting off with a Shudder original. They won't all be Shudder originals, but ones you can find on Shudder. And I actually have this one on a DVD. It's Dark Match. Yes, starring Le Champion himself, Chris Jericho. Mm-hmm. It's about this independent wrestling promotion called SAW, who are putting on shows, and they decide to put on a show in this remote village that ends up being owned by a cult ran by Jericho's character, the Prophet, and it all be, they all start to realize they take place in this random ritual that's going on. Very, yeah. So I thought this was okay. Or what it was. And for a wrestling movie, Jericho is really the only wrestler in it. I know a lot of people would see a movie like this and see that the lead character is not only a woman but a black woman and go, well, they're being woke, and I'm not about that. I don't, you know, I know there's a lot of that nowadays where it's like every character needs to be a woman. The MCU seems to be rebranding itself with female characters. There was a there were, you seen more. You saw more of Captain Britain or Captain Carter than you did Captain America for a while there. But I don't know. I feel like it's sort of died down. But this did sort of feel just a bit preachy, where she's like, I want to shout the title. And they said it in the 80s, which was very much of women are secondary. They were able to vote at this point, but it was like they still didn't treat them as equals like we should now. But like, she's like, well, I want to shout the title. And they're like, do you think you deserve it? There's only two women in this whole uh, organization. Her and a character named Kate the Great. And then, like, there's also a interracial couple here because you have our main character, Misbehave, who's dating this Stephen Ogg's character. So they got a thing going on. And so there's that, which did happen back then. But then, like, you have this uh, seedy promoter. Uh, he's not on here. What's his name? Rusty, the promoter Rusty, who's in it for the money, of course, but like, so he's the one that takes this booking at this place in the middle of nowhere. It's like a house or whatever. And so they meet this, they meet all these people in there. They're all, so this is where it gets weird. So one of the things is that, so our main character is Nikki, or Misbehave. She is the heel. You don't know, there are faces and there are heels. The faces are the good guys, the heels are the bad guys. So she's the heel. Uh, During one of the matches against Kate the Great, she slapped and punched her. So there was some kind of a argument between them or whatever, which breaks her nose, and she gets fined for it. Takes half of her paycheck or whatever. I thought it was gonna be revealed that like he told her to do it, so he didn't have to pay her her whole wage or whatever. But no. Then they go on this road trip, right? And Joe, who's Ogg's character, likes to watch old matches of himself. and that becomes important later, I guess. So they get to this thing, and they already find it weird. I'm sorry, but if I arrived and it was like, oh, they get some of that green drink that you have, and I'm like, no, let's just leave, please. Like, no, come in. So I was confused here. So obviously, I knew that whatever they were drinking, it was green, was going to be the drug. Nikki decides not to drink it, but she does smoke a little weed. But like, so she drugged from that, and then Og and another guy are drugged from Og. Joe and another guy are drugged from the drink, which ends up with Joe sleeping with another woman. And I'm like, oh, they're gonna get drugged, and they're gonna wake up, and they're gonna be part of some weird, be forced to do this. No, it's just the next day and it's fine, and he's all confused. He doesn't remember anything that happened, and he slept with this woman, and Nikki's mad at him. I'm just like, okay. And then that, because they already agreed on the event, so I'm like, what was the point of drugging them? I don't think they ever actually reveal why they did that. They just do. And of course, she's mad at him. He tries to explain, whatever. So I'm confused because in the Wikipedia article, it seems as if it's revealed, like, who Jericho's character is revealed early on, but in the movie itself, it's not revealed till the climax. And it comes kind of out of nowhere because you think it's going to come up because he's like, when he drugged, he's like, yeah, I know him, I recognize him. Tries to let Nikki, she doesn't want to talk. No, I know him. And it's not till it's time for the climax to say, no, him. That was the Prophet. He was a wrestler. We were in a match together. And I was supposed to go over, but he tried to, what was it? He was getting increasingly violent with his matches. There's a final match between them in which the Prophet was trying to force himself to go over, but Joe was forced to take him down, subdue him, and, win the match. Because he refused to go, you just let him go over. Which is a term in wrestling in which you end up losing the match so that someone else can win. That's having him go over. So we see that the other competitors are facing these other dudes, but for some reason, because there's only 2 women in this thing, Nikki Misbehave has to face Kate the Great again, which results in Kate's death when she tries to attack her with a mace, which is legal, but these are, so there are 4 different matches organized by elements: wind, water, earth, and fire, or inferno. There's no Hawk, so no Captain Planet. The opening tag team match is the wind match, involving a large fan that's in the ring. The Thick and Thin are a tag team against the Beast Brothers, though initially it starts normal, but Thick dies during the match, and and then the women's match is the water match, and it's Kate the Great and Misbehave rematch because they're the only women, and they tried to reconcile, but it becomes more violent. At one point, weapons are now a part of the match, and Kate tries to use a mace against her, but Misbehave uses her chain and ends up delivering a fatal blow to Kate, causing her death. Uh, Others are locked in the dressing room, and there is a Earth match. And Mr. Enigma, a match wrestler who never talks, is set up to fight Kid Humble. Uh, and the others overcome their capture. They overcome their captures, find them off. Rusty realizes he was lied to, and uh, he apologizes to them. Uh, it doesn't say who won the Earth match. I don't remember who won the Earth match. A good guy, a bad guy. I think. It doesn't say who won. I don't remember who won. I'm assuming that Enigma did not win. I'm assuming. Then we have the Inferno match, which is different than a regular Inferno match. Lazarus is the face member, forced to fight under threat. Though, because he uses hairspray for every match, he immediately loses the match. There's one final match now, the Spirit match, in which the Prophet faces Joe. Sort of a rematch from all those times ago. It's also revealed out of nowhere that Kate was the Prophet's daughter. Really has no bearing on the plot. He's just like, you killed my daughter. And he aims a shotgun at it, and I'm just like, what was the point of that? I mean, it is shown that she's sort of into this lifestyle at the party, but I don't know. But, before the Prophet can defeat Joe, Misbehave intervenes and drives a stake through the Prophet's chest, killing him. But, the rest of them try to leave. One of the cult members actually completes the ritual. I don't know how this works, because I'm sitting here watching this and I'm going, wait, day one, why is he, what? But they won! I don't get it. The good guys won, so that means the ritual's done, right? And then I'm frustrated, because it's like, so he finishes the ritual, and as they're trying to drive away, a big, giant green demon guy stands in the road. He's like, ugh. So Nikki decides, okay, I'm gonna fight you. And then the movie just ends. And I'm just like, what? No, why is there no conclusion here? What? Why did you end it here? Why not just end it with them taking off? Like, this felt like there was a setup. And it was just cut. Like, there's no end to this movie. It's sort of like the movie The Turning, where it just ends. There's no ending to this movie. Why? Did they think this movie was good enough to get a sequel that they set it up like that? Because it makes no sense. Not a good start. Not a good start. I'll give it a middle of the road. It's fine. I enjoyed it for what it was. I had fun with it, which is, a good thing you can say about movies like this. Is you had fun with it, sure. I don't get the ending. I would have ended it, they won, and they drive off. You could have the earth still shaking, and then the green demon come out of the ground or something after they've left. So that you have a cliffhanger, but the cliffhanger makes sense. Oh, he's out, and they're going to send him after the wrestlers. Cool. Ending it with, it reminds me of the ending of Angel. Spoiler alert. The Angel series finale, the apocalypse that was foretold in the Shanshu prophecy, comes to a head. Let's leave it. That won't go full. But it ends with them getting ready to fight an army, including a dragon. Or Angel grabs a sword and says, "I always want to fight a dragon," and then the show ends. That's it. Joss Whedon wanted to end it like that. They do continue in the comics, but it's very disappointing when I watch the show. I'm like, really? That's the ending? Really? Because Buffy had an awesome ending. It was the legitimate ending. This was just like, they were canceled, and so they just sort of ended it that way. They did have a comic, but that's what this felt like. Only there's no continuation here. It's confusing. So it's the middle of the road. So what are your thoughts on this movie? Leave comments below, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.